Hi everyone, welcome to hashtag 365 days of samples. Let me start by kind of explaining the look today. I asked on Instagram what sort of style I should wear for my hashtag 365 days of samples, and I had a lot of people suggest something gothic, and then other people suggesting just something different, something that I don't normally do. So this is the end result. I have never done anything like this before. Definitely similar things, but nothing like it. I feel like the red eyeshadow is really making my eyes blue, so I decided just to go completely for it. Choker and the crazy wig. This is the wig that seems to get the most hatred because it looks like a wig. It's a wig. I don't know what to say to that. Whenever anybody comments something like it, like, oh my god, I can totally tell you're wearing a wig. I was never trying to hide the fact that it was a wig. I just think it's fun because it has bangs and it's curly and it's just fun. So anyway, I have quite a few samples to talk about. Now, this has been an interesting month because I actually didn't end up using a lot of the things that I picked. I did use a lot of samples, but just not everything that I said I was going to use, which it's a little frustrating, but instead of forcing myself to use something, I figured I'd just use other things and then use the stuff when I actually need/want to use it, so I'm not just wasting it and so that my opinion isn't kind of tarnished. Because I find that that happens with me. If I force myself to use something, then I can really hate it because it was not right for that particular moment. Anyway, I just thought I would mention that right at the beginning. It's also why I'm not going to be choosing anything randomly for this month, just to let myself use or try and use the things that I drew previously and just to have a little bit of freedom, and then I will update with the things that I use, just to take that 1 month kind of break from randomly picking things because it doesn't always work. Anyway, I'm just gonna kind of go in random order in here because I just sort of tossed everything in here. I was trying to make sure that I had everything, and I believe I have everything. I try and make sure I count all my samples out, but sometimes something ends up escaping me. So the first thing I have here is from Living Proof. This is the Nourishing Oil. It's an oil treatment for your hair, and I really enjoy using this. It really helps with my hair. I say as I wear a wig. I don't really dwell on the hair care stuff. I don't think I'll be purchasing the full size of it because it wasn't like magical for my hair. I have other things that I like using, and I do have other hair oils, but it did work pretty well. I used another sample of the New Face by Carol Cole Prep and Glow. This was a little dual-sided cloth. It's supposed to cleanse, exfoliate, and hydrate. I had used one previously, said I wanted to use another one. Still really didn't do much of anything. It just really felt like my regular cleansing cloths, my makeup remover wipes. I get the ones in the big box from Costco, and that's just what that felt like. Like, yeah, it cleaned my makeup and it seemed to exfoliate, but the cleansing cloths I use also have those little nubby sides as well, so you can kind of exfoliate if you wanted to, so I really don't get the purpose. I have the Philosophy Purity Made Simple 3-in-1 cleanser. So I've used a full bottle of this before. Like, I had a big bottle of this stuff. I always use the samples because I really like it, but it's not my favorite. I feel like there's two major face cleansers at Sephora, in my opinion. It's usually between the Purity Made Simple from Philosophy and the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. And the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser is my favorite. I have a full size of that one, and that's the one I will use more often. But this one, it does work, and I like to give my skin a little break every now and then so I don't just use the same products over and over again, because that's when I get tired of them and that's when my skin gets tired of them, so it's good to switch things up even if it's just, you know, a couple of uses a week. I have a shampoo and a conditioner from Drybar. This is the Lightweight Replenishing Conditioner and the Clarifying Charcoal Shampoo on the rocks. Loved both of these. Love them. My hair felt so clean and yes, clarified, but it wasn't drying. I have a problem with some clarifying shampoos, and I like to use them because I do put some product in my hair sometimes, and I do use dry shampoo, so it's good to have that clarifying shampoo like once a week. This one, my new favorite, so I do want to be purchasing the full size and the conditioner as well, which is weird for me. I normally don't like both things together from like the same line. Usually I might like a conditioner and then the shampoo is too heavy, or the shampoo's not strong enough, or the conditioner's not strong enough, and I actually liked both of them, and I think it was because of the charcoal. It really worked well with my hair. I have another shampoo. This is Marshall Vivat. Not sure how it's pronounced, never heard of the brand before. This was a decent shampoo. I don't know much about it, and it's kind of frustrating for me because I do like looking at the back of the samples for more information to see kind of what the product is supposed to be. What is it supposed to do? Because it just says shampoo. That's it. It doesn't give you any other information. And the back, like all this text is all just ingredients. So that's not something I'm even interested in researching further. That's a big pet peeve of mine when it comes to samples. Like I want information. I want to know what it's supposed to do and what it pairs well with and what you should see as results. Like it's just, it doesn't have to be complicated. Like here's the Fresh Rose face mask. So I use this one. I really like this one. It's not something that I'd purchase the full size of because I think that I'd get real sick of it real fast. I like using it from time to time, so the samples are good enough. But see on the back of it, it has a little bit of ingredients on the bottom, but then it just has a little bit of instructions. It says it's supposed to hydrate and tone, and it's supposed to restore radiance and suppleness to all skin types. It has a unique cooling gel formula. Like it gives you some information about it. It tells you, you know, leave on for 5 to 10 minutes. Now with shampoo, obviously you should probably know how to use it, but anyway. I digress. This is good, just not something that I'll purchase the full size of. I wish I could buy a little kit of just foils. That's really annoying. I know a lot of people wouldn't want to buy that, but I actually would. Like, I would buy a little kit of just sample sizes of masks because that's all I really need. I have the Sephora cleansing cream, the rose cleansing cream. This I really like. This is not an obnoxious rose scent. This is really subtle and gentle, and these cream cleansers are phenomenal. And I'm so mad at Sephora for like giving us tons of samples and then having it constantly out of stock. I haven't seen this particular one come back in stock on the website yet. I don't know if they're going to bring it back or if it's just gone forever. I don't know why they were giving samples, if it was just to get rid of the stock that they have, but this is the one that I would buy the full size of if I saw it on the Sephora Canada website. Gotta specify that. There are some amazing people who have told me that this or similar has been in stock on the American website. So sad, so close yet so far. I can't order up from the American Sephora. But I love that because I do really like the soy face cleanser, but it's a different type of cleanser than the cleansing cream. And I would use them for different purposes. It's so extra. But I would use the cleansing creams on times when I needed more of an intense cleanse. Like maybe when I had a ton of makeup on my face and I needed to take it off, that's when the cleansing cream comes in handy. From IT Cosmetics, I have the Confidence in a Cream Transforming Moisturizing Super Cream. This was just okay. I felt like it was a good moisturizer. My skin felt moisturized, but it wasn't spectacular. Like I didn't notice a huge transformation in my skin. The last time I was really impressed by a moisturizer was the Peter Thomas Roth one, the Hungarian thermal water that I used a sample of and bought the full size. So it's possible to use a sample and love it and buy the full size even just from trying it, even though you don't get a lot of product in the sample. From Shu Uemura, I had the Silk Bloom Restorative Shampoo for damaged hair. Really like this one. This is something that I would potentially purchase the full size of because it was a very gentle shampoo, yet I felt like it hydrated my hair and it didn't weigh it down, which is something that I'm always pretty cautious of. The Clarins Energy Booster, this thing with ginseng, this is supposed to fight fatigue and revive radiance. And I mixed it with my moisturizers and I really didn't notice a difference. It's kind of annoying packaging for sure because it's more like an oil. So when you get it out, it's really hard to measure just a couple of drops. I wish they had packaged it a little bit better, but I did get a few days of use with it and it says that you're supposed to see the results after 1 week of use. So I feel like even after a few days, I should have seen a little bit of a difference, a little bit of an improvement in my skin, and I just did not. So I don't kind of get those extra products sometimes. I'm sure they do truly work for a lot of people, but it just did not work for me. More shampoo, which I'll just mention quickly, the Briogeo Roscaro Repair Shampoo. Love it. Actually would purchase that one as well. I've been having a little better of a time with shampoo recently because my hair has been a little bit better, but I'm just waiting till we switch into the really colder months, and that's when my psoriasis goes completely bonkers. So I know I'm only like a couple months away from that nonsense again. And the Way Smooth shampoo and conditioner was also pretty good as well. I wouldn't turn down the product, but I don't think I would buy that one. Some of the shampoos and stuff I've used have been just okay, but not something that I, want to seek out. Now, I took the Way shampoo and conditioner out of my shower and they were a little tiny bit wet. So now there's like a little bit of wetness in my sample box and it's gross. The Juice Beauty Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer, use that. Did not like it. It actually really did not hydrate my skin at all. Like I was trying so hard to get it to moisturize my skin, but it just felt like nothing. It really felt like nothing. I just really wanted to go in afterwards with another moisturizer because it just did absolutely nothing on my skin. And the other thing I finished, this is from previously. This is the Cover FX Contour Kit. So I'd used these samples before. So I used 3 of the shades. In here I used the darker contour, no, not the darker, the lighter contour shade and the lighter highlight shade, and then I kind of looked at this one and was like, not gonna work for me. This is for deeper skin tones. It's actually neutral medium, but the tones in here are not right for my skin. I had used this before, the sort of cream contour kit, and I liked it, and I was actually going to try and seek out the pink one, so like for cooler undertones, the light kit. Cannot find it anywhere. Cannot find it anywhere. It seems to like never be stocked at Sephora, so it might just be like Cover FX specific, which is kind of frustrating, and has just kind of made me forget about it. So I liked the formula of it because it blends really well. Now with the darker shades, I have to blend a lot more than I would with a shade that more appropriately matched to me, because you just kind of have to keep blending and blending and blending. And I think I would like the P one because the formula did seem to work pretty well and look pretty natural, but I would need to test out the lighter one before I would commit anyway. And then there was a bunch of things that I had and I didn't finish and didn't even open in some cases because I didn't need to. So I had the Tarte Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost Moisturizer, which I just decided not to use, just haven't needed it. The Glamglow treatment I didn't need. The Burberry Fresh Glow I actually just kind of forgot about. That happens more often than I like to admit, where I put things away in my little boxes and then forget about it. I used a little bit of the Tom Ford Black Orchid perfume, which I really like. It's just I can't really go too heavy with it at work. The Dr. Brandt Pores No More face primer, still quite a bit left in there because I don't use it every day. I have not even opened the Lancer Glowing Skin Perfector yet. I was a little scared of it. I wasn't sure of like the right time to use it. And the Glamglow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer, I always forget about because it gives your skin that glow, but I can't just use it as a primer. It has to be a moisturizer, and I usually use just a plain moisturizer, not something that gives my skin a glow, so then I always forget about it. I'll remember it once I put primer on, and I'm like, can't really have moisturizer, primer, and then moisturizer. It doesn't really work, so it's been something that I've forgotten about and just kept putting aside for the last month. Awful. I know. It's hugely disappointing because all those things I've left are those large majority of the things that I said I was going to use, but I'm trying to get better at that, trying to not force myself to use things, because I just have done that for so many years, trying to force myself to finish products and samples and things that I was just miserable about when I'm just so much happier using things as I want to. So I will do my best to finish these things over the next month, and then of course I will use other samples, so I will still have a ton of things to talk about. Anyway, I know it's not as exciting because so many people love to see the random picking of products, and I really love doing it too, but it's just not going to work for me for this month, and then I'll bring it back because this project is probably never going to die. Probably never going to die. Hard to say. When I run out of samples, if I ever run out of samples, that's the time when the project will die, but I think we're a really long way away from that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me. Thank you for suggesting this makeup on Instagram, or the variation that I came up with. If you have any other suggestions for makeup styles that you would just like to see me attempt to make an appearance in some kind of video, let me know, because I like to challenge myself and it's so much fun. So anyway, thank you once again. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead of you, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.